Hey guys, sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I've been super busy with like finals and not finals, but midterms and spring break, and I was out of town last weekend, so and I'm sick, so that adds on to the whole thing. But yeah. Anyway, let's get started. Today I'm gonna review Insecurity, which was an epically good episode. It just proved every reason why I just love Artemis. Like, everything about her in this episode is the reason why I love her. Her sassiness, her, like, freaking quick to think on her feet, and she stands up for herself, at least to the point. But we find out that she has an extreme weakness, which is her family. We all know from previous episodes that, Jade and the Sports Masters are her part of her family. And um sorry, I'm just like, I'm on medication. We find out that Sportsmaster and Jade is part of her family, and they are on the wrong side of the law, which makes her extremely insecure being on the team in general. Like, if anybody mentions Sportsmaster, Cheshire, or anything like that, she kind of goes into this, like, withdrawal mode. But anyway, basically in this episode, they take on a mission that centers around them. And of course, Artemis wants to be on the mission because she wants to prove herself to Red Arrow, who just recently joined the team. Um, During this whole episode, Red Arrow was a raging dick. Like, I'm sorry, but he was just completely rude, just completely out of control in the whole situation. And I just think, like, it starts to raise my suspicion that he's the mole because he's blaming so much on Artemis. Like, I'm not completely sure. Like, I'm still, like, about 65% sure that Superboy is the mole, but this episode is making me starting to think that Red Arrow is the mole. But I don't know. It could be anybody. Artemis is out in general. I know she's not the mole because if she was the mole, she would have already, just been like, forget it or whatever. But also, can I mention that the Spitfire moments made me squeal like a little girl? That was just like their whole little thing on the bio ship just almost made me want to cry. It was insane. I was like, so that was awesome. But anyway, basically during the whole episode, there was like a gigantic tracer fly around craziness. I was like, wait, Artemis put a tracer on Cheshire, but Cheshire put the tracer back on Artemis, and then Red Arrow put the tracer on Sportsmaster, but also Artemis puts the tracer on the caboose, but then Red Arrow puts a tracer on Artemis and Sportmaster. And it was just like, I was like, what the hell? Like, at the end where they were like, this tracer was on her, but this tracer was on him, And it's just kind of like, what? Whatever. But anyway, really good battle scenes, really good fight scenes. Um, it's really cool to see Artemis fighting with Green Arrow in the beginning. It definitely shows her improvement in the fact that she can indeed work with Red Arrow, so that's always a good thing. Um, let's see. I don't know if there's anything really else to touch on. Oh, the side story was actually quite entertaining. The whole, what is he doing up there? So it was kind of cool to find out that Red Tornado definitely wants to try to become more human, which is totally understandable because he's like a robot with feelings. So, and like understanding of the human race. So why shouldn't he actually be able to, you know, be human and walk among us and learn more because he's still in that standard state of mind where he's, a robot and he knows it. But let's see. Let me trace down and basically let's break down this review because I'm sick and I'm like, yeah. Um, Basically, really good story plot, really good fight scenes, really good interaction with Wally and Artemis. Really good, somewhat interaction with Red Arrow and Artemis. Thought it was hilarious. Where he's like, a simple radio signal couldn't help. Artemis to Red Arrow, watch out. And I'm like, oh, Z snap to the tap. Yeah. So, yeah, love it. Let's see. The whole experience with Jade. Oh, totally forgot this part where she's like, why shouldn't I be, Artemis and Jade were fighting, and she said, why shouldn't I be, like, shooting these arrows at you? You're working for Sportsmaster. She's like, not by choice. So I'm assuming in earlier episodes, don't remember which one it was called. Um, it was basically the one where Red Arrow did the solo mission and the whole Lex Luthor and the Erasure thing. Her master is part, I'm assuming, is part of the light, and he puts Jade on missions with Sportsmaster. Maybe to spite her, maybe because they work good together. I don't know. Even though they hate each other, they probably work really good together. I mean, this episode kind of proves it. So, um, but yeah, really good fight scenes with them. Really good interactions between Artemis and her family. How creepy is it? I mean, I know he wasn't in her bed, but how creepy is it that freaking Sportsmaster was just all like, yeah, so you did a good job out there. How creepy is that? Like, I don't know. And what would have happened if her freaking mom came in there? How awkward would that have been? Extremely. But anyway, I really can't wait for Artemis to actually tell the team about her past because it's just so frustrating that she has to be so insecure about everything because of her family. And I don't think she deserves that. I think she needs to just come out and tell him, listen, guys, this is the case, but this isn't who I am. I'm completely dedicated to you guys. And, I know it sounds easier when I say it, but I think she should say it. But anyway, this video is getting on long, so I'm going to end it here. I can't wait for our next episode all about Robin. Yay, everybody loves Robin, but this episode was so far my all-time favorite. Anyway, for those of you who are watching, thanks for watching. See you later.